originaltribalwear.com. 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 originaltribalwear.com.
Pay 2 wash tape relatives. Want to give a big shout out to Original Tribal Wear.
originaltribalwear.com.
Big shout out to Mohawk. Make sure you guys are out there supporting. Make sure you go visit the website. Make sure you're rocking your feathers and your Aboriginal shirts. Got hats, hoodies, everything you need, man. We say we're original out here, so let's support originals out here.
originaltribalwear.com. 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 originaltribalwear.com.
But shout out to Miss Mohawk, the sis. Get that shirt. Feathers, you want them feathers. Headbands, hoodies, you want it all, man. Original Tribal Wear. Make sure y'all guys are supporting. Love you guys. Feathers up, tribe up, wise up, rise up.
originaltribalwear.com.
What up, what up, what up? This your boy Ty Data, the cyborg. I'm out here for a couple minutes. Let me make sure my sound is coming in decent. I'm out here for a couple minutes. Okay, we got Bob Mackin in the building. How you been, man? How you been? We simulcasting today. As y'all know, these type of topics and this type of stuff is not important in the community. So when we talk about this type of stuff, and we talk about real tangible things, you can be able to tell, who's really interested in actually making something happen, and who want to be entertained, who want to join the, who just want to, just join the bandwagon or whatever. But okay. But first off, let me get a shout out to the juggernauts out there. We got a Tanchinus one out there. Tanchinus went live with another banger today. Active, staying out there. You know what I'm saying? One of the teachers out there. So y'all make sure y'all soak all that up. Everybody know Chief Holiday. Chief Holiday got it in last night for a little bit. Sorry I couldn't catch all of it. But we did get a little bit of it, you know what I'm saying, last night. And then, Black Lotus, got his little video out, so y'all can go to tribeup, check out Black Lotus little video. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it go over a lot of people's head, but a lot of people sleep on Black Lotus. But he's going, you know what I'm saying, his time is, his time to shine is still on his way. So he gonna get his. Um, and everybody know Corey Mayo. You know what I'm saying? I done seen a couple. Corey Mayo is starting to get his little hate videos out there. A couple people got his name in the title, trying to piggyback off the man's name now. You know what I'm saying? So I warned him and told him, let him know, hey, they're coming after you. So, you know what I'm saying? He already know it comes with the territory. Also, Dane Calloway, I'm gonna shout out to Dane Calloway. Him and his family. Blessings to his family. Um, uh, well, he can tell you what's going on, but yeah, blessings to his family. He has some little complications with his daughter, so hopefully everything is okay by now. But we gonna get into some we gonna get into a little tangible stuff. Um, audio. Oh, audio. What are they talking about? Okay, well here, let me take that off then. Yeah, yeah. YouTube get really picky. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to live streaming. But when I do live streams. But shout out to everybody. Now we gonna get into some day. We're gonna get into some tangible stuff today. We're gonna get into 5G stock today. Now everybody knows stock market is not my lane. I don't know shit about stock market, so that's way out of my element. But I do know 5G is on its way. Okay, and there's no stopping it, and it's coming, and it's getting here. It will be here. And also when you try to find what's trending, like when you use Google Trend and you try to find what's trending, and you go and you check the Google Trend on 5G stock market. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and bring that up a little bit. When you check out the Google Trend on 5G stock market, you can clearly see that people are definitely interested, and people have been Googling and checking out 5G stock markets and the 5G um, of the 5G stock. So I just wanted to bring that to the community's attention and let people know that that is an option. 5G is coming. It's here. It's going to get big. It's going to get bigger and it's going to get better. So these 5G stock and also these 5G companies. You might want to be able to try to get in some or create one or piggyback, do whatever you can, to get in on that 5G stock. Now, ain't that there's not too much I can say about that because it's just simple. You know what I'm saying? You check out the stock, you checking out how it's trending inside the Google Analytics, and it's definitely, what I'm saying, it definitely hit 100. You know what I'm saying? It definitely hit 100 on what day was that? That was May 9th. So it definitely hit 100, and it hit 75 just yesterday. So it's so it's trending a little bit. So I just want to bring that to people's attention. Um now as you're gonna know, you're gonna see, it's gonna start trending a little more. You know what I'm saying? And I would like for it to trend amongst our community as well. If we can get, people to um actually, you know, help things trend. This is a very important part of your business, an important part of having a corporate structure, and an important part of having an organization or a company. uh, when you have an organization or a company, what I'm saying, such as things like the Fat Thousand Elite, when we work together, we can make our things popular. We can make our things trend. If we have 5,000 people, working towards to make something trend, we can do that really easy. And if something's trending, then that means it goes viral, and then it actually goes mainstream. So this is a very important part of having, being organized and being, structured. So have some trimming. So if we can help this to trend, we will be able to see our power. If we can get 5,000 people that can just type in 5G stock in their Google search engine, and then tomorrow when we check it out and we see like, whoa, damn, that what I'm saying, that trend just went up. We was the one who made that trend up. And so Google picks up on that. and Google takes that information and Google sells that information to certain companies, and these companies pick up on that information, and they they do things according to the analytics. You see what I'm saying? And so we always been trending as Aboriginal people. I've been watching it trend for a long time. I've been watching these niggas around. I mean, these dudes around the community. I've been watching them Google Elmodor. When we start talking about Elmodor, a lot of these dudes, a lot of these Pan Africans went and start Googling it. When we start talking about the pyramids of Peru, a lot of these Pan Africans and a lot of these people, the trend just went up, started Googling it. When we start talking about um for when we start talking about different mounds, and when we start talking about certain people, they go behind us and they be googling it. And I've been watching these dudes for a long time. I've been watching the Aboriginal movement for a long time, get these trending things in the background, but the Aboriginal movement is not capitalizing on these trending things. There's a couple people capitalizing on it, and that's about it. Um, so this is some tangible information that I want to bring to the table. For us to be able to have our own trending and capitalizing off your trending topics. Okay, capitalizing off your trending topics. Who I believe that was AP that broke out the Elmodor, and that broke out the El Danta, and uh who broke that out. And I don't know if it's trending or not. I don't know if he knows it's trending, but there's people out there Googling the Americas now. They're interested in America. They're interested in the Caribbeans now. They're interested in America. And the only reason they interested in America is because the Aboriginal movement. We are getting people interested in America. But guess what? You guys are not trying to capitalize on the trending. And that's where I come in at, and I'm trying to get things going. But some reason people think that's weird, and people think that's agent, because they want me to tell them every single thing. And then once I tell them everything, they come to their own domestic conclusion of how they think it works, without even understanding how it works. Because if you knew how it works, you will be implementing it, you will be doing it. So time and time again, the Aborigine movement is popping out the new trending topics. And right now, America is trending, and America is popping. And the only reason America is trending, and the only reason America is popping, is because of our movement. And someone is going to cash in on it, and someone is going to capitalize in on it. And I am here to make sure you are the one that does that. If not, then you know so be it. It's just gonna be some weird random motherfucker. But I put a lot of work in as well. And so a lot of these dudes are smelling money around in here, because they picking up on our trending topics, and they're picking up on our trending elements, and but they can't really get in the community, because there's only a couple ways you can get inside the community. You see, but it's very difficult. Like I'm not even in all the way. Like all the shit that I am done. Like people still got some bullshit to say about me. So I'm not even in. So, but anyway, so I just want to bring that to your attention, because now you got this new 8OS shit, and this shit is trendy. Okay, and the reason why it's trending is because someone noticed it was trending, and they decided to capitalize in on it. Okay? This 808 shit. Now I'm all for reparations and all for that. But see, I look at it a little bit different, and I have to be honest. I can't tell you no bullshit. I look at it kind of different, because I look at it like the same people that couldn't get justice for Trayvon Martin is fighting for reparations. The same people that couldn't get justice for Tamir Rice is fighting for reparations. The same people that couldn't even get justice for Michael Brown with all that evidence, Y'all couldn't even beat Ferguson, Missouri, bro. Ferguson, Missouri. Now I don't know in the modern days how low can you go more than Ferguson. So you guys couldn't even be Ferguson, Missouri, and you mean to tell me y'all finna take it up with the Pentagon, nigga? Y'all finna take it up with the Congress, and you couldn't beat Ferguson? That shit sounds like a trending fairy tale to me. Now, if that's too honest, that's too honest. But hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. But for whatever reason, these, trending AOS people, the people that's, realize that it's trending, start to jumping on the bandwagon. They take it very seriously, and they believe that that the Aboriginal people deny like there was never no slave. You see what I'm saying? And that's the basis of their argument. And so, and they are part, it's like they're part of the matrix. So now the matrix is turning it on now. They're turning it on, and they're turning it on this movement because this movement is like a virus. It wasn't supposed to be here. It just sprung up. It came through like a virus. And so now you got all these upper echelon people and all these people talking shit, using their names in the title, using Dane Calloway, Corey Mayo, and all the people, all the juggernauts, you know what I'm saying, using their names in the titles now. Now, this now, the reason why I know that this is all about trending topics and all about trending, conversation, is because when you break down our neighborhood, you have you have nothing but you know what I'm saying, we got women, babies, wedlock, we got child abuse, we got molestation, we got drugs, we got gang banging, we being pushed out of school. We being gentrified. They fucking with our food. Um, we we've been kicked off of jobs. We've been denied different types of industries. Um, we get treated unfair. We getting shot by cops. We getting shot by each other. I mean, it's so much things going on in our neighborhood. So how is it that the Aboriginal movie trumps all of that? How is it that you can walk right past child molestation, you can walk right past domestic violence, and you can walk right past drugs, and you can walk past all that stuff just to have a conversation about the Aboriginal argument, and trying to classify us on the outside looking in. It is not smart to classify something that you don't know nothing about. Watching a couple Dane Calloway videos and watching a couple A1 live streams does not give you authority to classify them, because you don't really know. You have to be inside the culture in order to understand. It's an inside thing. It is not one of those things where you just look on TV and you know what's going on. Okay? That's not how the Aboriginal movement works. And so for all the people and all the upper echelon people, if y'all got all that power, nigga, first off, we won't Zimmerman ass in jail first. How about you start there? How about you get that motherfucker locked up first and work your way up to reparations? How about you get motherfucking the guy who shot Michael Brown? How about you get his ass in jail first? How about you do that? You can't even do that, bro. Like, like, what's wrong with our people? But all that comes from trending topics and trending conversations. And right now, us Aboriginals, we are trending, and we've been trending for a very, well, not a very long time, but we've been trending for a while now. And I'm trying to get people together to start building and start capitalizing on this trending. But I'm starting to see more and more new people, more and more new channels, and all these new shit popping up. And these guys are, coming in like they're really, really doing something. If you was really, really doing something, why you wasn't doing it 2 years ago? Why you wait to the trendy mark to start Aboriginal channels for? But I mean, it's a good thing you are, but it's obviously you're not. It's pretty obviously that you don't have our best interest because you wasn't here a while ago. Where the fuck you just come from out of nowhere and all of a sudden you just what I'm saying? It's just a little weird. You need to take your turn and let your shit let it go. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to bring that to people's attention. But this is right here. This is 5G stock. This is what this is. This is 5G stock. Okay. Now, and so 5G stock is not it's not that hot trending. You know what I'm saying? But if we can get this to trend, just to show you the power. And if we can get this to trend, if we can get 5,000 people just to Google 5G stock, just put it in your Google and just go 5G stock. Just press enter and scroll up and down for a couple seconds and maybe click on something and see what happens. And I will show you a surprise at the end if we can reach that mark. That is a trendy mark. That's a trendy mark. I'll show you something special if we can do that. Now, so yeah, so definitely check out 5G stock and see what they got to offer. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to trading, to world trading, and to Aboriginal world trading and Aboriginal global trading. Now, this is something. Well, we got Miss Mohawk in the building. Sorry, I missed the chat. Bob Mackin. We got Starface in the building. Reginald Green, Copper Born in the building. You know what I'm saying? Over there on Tribe Up. You know what I'm saying? Um, who else? Okay, who we got out here? We got. Okay, yeah, we good. So peace to everybody. So we out here now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about global trading and also, you know, Aboriginal global trading. That's basically, Aborigines across the world, having their own trade organizations and having their own trading um, amongst each other. Now, I know a lot of people, like to talk about, the African Union and things like that as if it is as if it is something of very very significance and and a lot of these people they're looking for victory. They're looking for a what I'm saying, they're looking for a emotional win. Michael George in the building, real big in the building. They're looking for a victory and they're looking for some emotional stimulation and they're looking for some type of emotional and so all these successful African stories is supposed to ignite their base and supposed to give them some form of we are winning or we are important. You see what I'm saying? And so they're constantly looking for people. They name these loose people here and there. Oh, he was an African. He was an African. But according to the definition of what they're saying, then that mean Hillary Clinton is a Pan African because she sent motherfucking food to Haiti and food to Uganda. So that makes her a Pan African or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking George Bush went over there and gave some corn away or some shit. So that qualify him to be like a Pan African and shit. You know what I'm saying? So there is no real qualifications to be like a Pan African. Just anybody who like care about Africa. You know what I'm saying? So I care about Africa too. So that qualifies me. So then I will be a Pan African too. I do business over there. But the only thing is that I don't think I own the place. Okay? So this is the trick. I'm gonna bring up the map because we finna get into some Aboriginal trading. Now, what they want you to believe is they're trying to turn you into conquerors. Okay? They're trying to turn you into conquerors. Now, Africa is Africa. America's America. There, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's our globe. But we don't have any. We have to do business over there just like everywhere else. When we go to Asia, we have to do business over there back and forth. When we go to Europe, we have to do business back and forth. When we go to Central and South America, we got to do business back and forth. But what they want you to believe is that when you go to Africa, it's yours. And you don't have to just you don't have to do business like everybody else. What you got to do is you just, you know what I'm saying, you just go in and just rob the place. You just go in and it is yours. You're the heir to the throne there. You know what I'm saying? You have the right to just go to safe pickings and just start digging shit and just start naming shit. And this the same conquering mentality as Christopher Columbus when they first came over here. Supposedly, when they came over here and they were just like, oh, we discovered this land is our land, but there are some people here. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, get off my land. You know what I'm saying? It's mine now. They want to use that same conquering mentality, and they want you to have that towards Africa. But what they don't understand is that Africa is itself. We don't have shit to do over there. When we go over there, we do business just like everyone else. You're not getting anything extra. Don't expect anything extra than actually don't even expect anything extra. Simple. Don't expect anything extra. You're not going over there and they gonna say, "Oh man, that's an African brother from America. We gonna give, his money is worth, his money is worth more, than Europeans' money. His money is worth more than Asians' money. His money, no, your money is worth the same." Okay, and so this is the trick of what they're trying to do now. But this is the hard part because their message is powerful. They have a very powerful message. And this is why it's so hard. This is why it's so hard to go in on these guys the way we want to. And this is why it's so hard to just rip all this shit apart. Is because their message is so powerful. You as a melanated person, you vow to you, it's like against your DNA or some shit to go against it. But what they don't truly understand is that when you have a message over a certain period of time, that's all you have is a message. That's it. You have a message. That's it. That's all it is a message. Similar to when you're reading the Bible, you walk away with a message. And this is the trick. Sort of like when you first meet your wife and you tell her I love you. Okay, that's very important because it takes a lot out of you. You're talking mind, body, and spirit. I love you. Like your first time ever saying that to your wife, like it meant different. It means something totally different. I am telling you, I want to spend my life with you. I am telling you that, you know what I'm saying, I don't think of nothing else but you. I am telling you that, I connect with you on a spiritual level and deep, intimate level. I want to spend relation. So the first couple times you say that to your wife, this is kind of where it comes from. But after two badass kids and about 4 or 5 years, man, that's just like, oh man, you picked me up from the airport on time, man. I love you, man, for that. You know what I'm saying? It becomes a compliment. You know what I'm saying? It becomes appreciation compliment. It just means I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Peace, peace, peace. Mark Falk in the building. You know what I'm saying? Capo Tony Tone in the building. You know what I'm saying? It becomes appreciation compliment. Just means I appreciate you. Oh man, thank you, man. This some good ass ribs, man. I love you, girl. You know what I'm saying? It becomes a compliment after after a certain amount of time. It doesn't mean the same exact thing and to you and as a culture as it is the first couple times when you had to say it and you put your spirit into it. You see what I'm saying? It loses its value over a certain period of time. So the Pan Africans don't want to understand. They don't understand this. I don't know if, and I don't believe that their software is able to understand that yeah, you're right on a lot of shit, bro, and your message is so fucking strong, bro, but you got to understand it doesn't have the value it used to have. Okay, it doesn't have the same value it used to have back in the 60s and back in the 70s when these motherfuckers was really out there, you know, doing shit. They had motherfucking schooling and programs, and they was out there, popping off police, and they was out there doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So it had its peak back then. But then after a while it becomes watered down, and it's just like it just becomes some internet shit. And they don't want to accept that. You see? So to them, you look like you are trading them. You look like you're trading your race. You know what I'm saying? So the way they conceive us and the way they look at us, they're looking at us from a way that, that they actually believe that when you say black power today, it has the same effect when them young boys out there who was building schools and facilities, and who went over there to China and talked to the kings and queens. They met with the Vietnam president. They met with all different presidents over there in Asia and shit. Like, these brothers was going around the globe meeting with presidents and shit. You know what I'm saying? Of countries and shit. They was having meetings. The motherfuckers had the colleges. They had colleges. Motherfuckers head of colleges. Talking to them and things like that. So they was really doing some big shit. So when they say it, it's a different meaning than when some internet niggas say it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so it's going to be very difficult for them to make that transition into the Aboriginal world and the Aboriginal global trading. Now, Aboriginal global trading is trading amongst Aboriginal countries and Aboriginal, land. Now, they do have something that they call the African Union, but that's a fantasy, bro. That's not real. Those are only the people that the Europeans like. That's it. There's a bunch of countries. There's a bunch of countries got together, and the people that the Europeans like, that the Europeans approved, got together and started an organization. That's not real. That's fairy tale. So when they come around speaking this shit as if that's some type of victory for African people, it's not. Okay? Let's see you get some people like young Tupac in there. You get some people like young Malcolm X up in there. Okay? You get some real rough revolutionary brothers like some of them brothers back in the 70s. You get some of them dudes over there in the African Union, and then we can talk. But if you're gonna get some pets together, some European pets together, and call it a union, you go right ahead. If we ain't do it, and if we ain't doing it, and if we ain't controlling the shits, it ain't real. That's the type of mentality that we have to kind of have. You see, now the information that I do in North America, the stuff I do in North America, that's my business. I don't like talking about it. So you're not going to hear me talking about what I'm doing in Central and South America and Mexico. So you know what I'm saying? Only some of the members of the 5,000 Elite, they might hear me, brush in here and there, but that's my business. So most of the time when you hear me talking on YouTube, most likely it's going to be Asia, and it's going to be a little bit in Africa. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So, but that doesn't mean we're not working anywhere else. That just mean that that just mean anything else is none of your motherfucking business. That's what I want you to see. But when you look at the globe, okay? Now this is what people have done this hundreds of years ago, okay? People have done this hundreds of years ago when they mapped out how the planet was going to work. Now, uh what they did is they have map of the globe, and they figured out how they was going to dice up the globe. We were supposed to do this hundreds of years ago, but today we finna do it today. Now, Lakeisha, can I get a circle kind of around Europe a little bit? Okay, thank you. Now, when it comes to Europe will be considered the executive section, okay, of the world. You have your executive section. These are where your high people at, your very high priest and your very high upper echelon, the top, the cream of the crop, the build Illuminatis and the top masons and the people that they be talking about on the deep web and shit. This would be the executive branch, okay? And then you have Asia. Asia will represent like your manufacturing and your production. Now understand that this conversation went on hundreds of years ago. So y'all let some old ass white man beat y'all to it, and motherfuckers ain't even trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? And so Asia is like the manufacturing and production. A lot of the stuff gets assembled in Asia. Now this is the trick that they're not telling you. Everything is not made in Asia. A lot of the stuff we do is actually assembled in Asia. Many of the devices you have made in China on it, and the reason why they have made in China because they was assembled in Asia and they was actually put together in Asia. But in all reality, many of the devices it took many other different countries to make that device, and then China was the one that actually put it together. And this is one of the reasons why prices is the way it is. But when you got South America and when you got Africa, being being misrepresented. I can't say oh they're sucking it dry. I can't say they're stealing the oil. No, it's just being misrepresented because for every motherfucking Asian that's over there sucking it, there's 10 motherfuckers Africans over there letting them. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So it's being misrepresented. You know what I'm saying? And but so when them Europeans go over there and they talk to the misrepresentative people, they get to do what they want to do. And so then when you come over here to America, you know, America is administrative. America will be administrative. Will be the administrative section and also some of the military as well. Now, keep in mind, all these people working the same, all these people working together. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as no American and no Europe. They're all the same. They're all working together. We all know that. We're not dumb. Okay, so don't let these people put these climate claiming ass races in your mind. Okay, they're all the same. You know what I'm saying? And so this is represent your administrative section. Okay, and so there you have your executive. Okay, you have your executive, and then you have your production, and then you have your administrative, and then they got Australia down there. Australia, they just use Australia whatever the hell they want it for, but it's a numbers game when you're dealing with Australia. It's also a numbers game and a population game. Okay, it's a population game. Now the population games equals to a workload game. It's called a workload. So a population workload is two different things. So your workload represents your ability to produce, your ability to produce. So they understood the numbers game back in the 1700s or the 1300s or whenever they had this meeting, that they was going to take over Africa and they was going to take over the world. When they had this meeting that they was going to take over Africa, they wasn't just talking about Africa. You just heard Africa. They was talking about taking over the planet. This is the story that many other Pan Africans tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to keep it. They want to keep the attention on Africa. But when they had this meeting, when they was dicing up the planets, Africa was probably just a time to dice up Africa. But eventually they had this meeting. Now we are expected to have these type of meetings amongst each other. Okay, we are expected to have these type of meetings of how we want to dice up. And this is where we're coming in with the Aboriginal global trade, you know what I'm saying? Because notice Africa was not in there and South America was not in there. It was all everybody else. But guess where they getting the material from? Guess where they getting the material from? You see? Now, this is one of the most powerful things when Pan Africans use the word, where Africa got resources and Africa got this and Africa got that. Like I say, it is a very powerful message, but it's nothing but a message. That's it. It's just a message. And it's 2019. We don't want no message no more, bro. We don't care about our noses. I can go buy a new one. We don't care about how our hair look no more. We can go buy some new ones. Nigga, hell, we can get our skin off if we want to. Like we don't like we need more than just to feel a little good about our features and shit. We ain't that type of people, bro. It's 2019. This is not the 70s and not the 60s when people felt weird about the skin and shit. Okay? We don't need no messages. We need, you know what I'm saying? We looking for tangibles. You know what I'm saying? Tangibles. And so, and one of the things that we need to understand is that when a product is made, okay, when a product is made, just to say your cell phone, you got an Apple cell phone or you got an Android cell phone. Now, most people are under the impression that your phone is made in China. Now, in the way it is, but you have to understand those components, many of those components in your phone have been abstracted from Africa and South America, and also some of the licenses and the licenses, because remember, America is the administrators. So when it comes to licenses, patents, and all that weird little tricky shit, ain't nobody doing better than America on that. Okay? So when it comes to the licenses of those phones and things like that, all that shit belongs to America. So when you buy an iPhone, even though it's made in China, the licenses and all that type of shit is in America because that's what America is for. It's the administrative wing of the planet. You see? Product. Right. Right. So it's the administrative part. So you have to look at the planet. You are on a planet. You're not just in Detroit. You're not just in Chicago or Atlanta. You are on a planet. And if you don't understand the rules of the planet, and if you don't understand how the planet works, you're never going to be able to make it out. You're never going to be able to do this and do that. Now, it's all good to have some feel good shit. You got a little school and you go to a little soup kitchen. That all nice and that feels pretty good. And that feels pretty good. But if you really want to do some real shit, you're going to have to look at the world how it is. And I'm letting you know what I'm saying? We are living on the administrative branch. The administrative branch. You know what I'm saying? We don't make too much here. I mean, we make a lot here, but compared to some places, you know what I'm saying, but we do make some stuff here. So we do make some stuff here. You know what I'm saying? I think I done said it before, but the simple fact we don't make shit, that's a lie. We make a lot of shit here, but the thing is that most of the time we're just making pieces and parts of the whole thing. Now, so So when you look over here to Asia, a certain part of Asia, which represent, the manufacturing and the manufacturing and production section of the planet. Okay, we're not talking about, you know what I'm saying. Now now many other parts and many other pieces comes from out of Africa, some even South America. Now, the licenses and agreements, the ID numbers, the numbers, and all that shit, where you think that comes from? All that comes from America. The administrative. They need to count for everything. Your phone is about what? About 300 different parts or some shit. Some shit like that. 600, about 600 different pieces of something in your phone. You know what I'm saying? America is the one that keeps track of all that. Oh, there are 600 pieces in your phone. You have a this and that. They getting a patent. They getting all the all the schematics on your phone. They getting all the operation, the 4G, the 3G. America is the one that's running all that. So America plays a huge part in your phone, not just China. We just give China the credit because China is doing the assembling. You see, but when it comes to the actual schematics and some of the mathematics on it, you're gonna get that. You gotta credit that to your administrative wing, and that's America. Now, when it also comes to Europe, there's little bitty pieces. There's some little bitty pieces in these devices that that uh that China is not up to par yet in 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 manufacturing and production. They're getting there, and they can make some level of it, and they can make a decent of it, but they can't make the highly grade, the highly Switzerland, them little countries over there, them highly motherfucking Norway. And how you think all those countries get that money? They ain't, you ain't never heard no products from over there. We ain't, you know what I'm saying, besides the army knife, ain't nobody never bought shit from over there. You see what I'm saying? How is they getting paid over there? They getting paid because they be making them little hard ass parts. The Chinese can't get it. You know what I'm saying? The Chinese be you know what I'm saying? Be up in one up in their shit and bootlegging out of their shit. But some of those products the Chinese just can't. You just can't do it, China. You just ain't got it. Them Switzerlands and them little ass European countries just killing your ass in some of those little ass products. You see what I'm saying? And this is one of the reasons why all the big brands are more expensive, because now you got three different countries has his hand in your device. And chances are, if you have a top of the line devices, chances are you probably got some little Swiss chip, or some little Swiss some shit in there. One of them little European countries got their hands in it. Okay, and then what they do is they assemble it in China. But your administrative wing is over there, keep tracking of everything. They keep tracking of every motherfucking screw, every dust, every time the dust get blown. They keep tracking of everything. They know how much oxygen in that goddamn building. You know what I'm saying? When you walk in it, like they keep tracking of everything. That's your administrative wing. You see what I'm saying? Now, and so that's why a lot of our stuff is very expensive. And the cost can actually go down if we did international global, if we did aboriginal global trading. We can actually, what I'm saying, it's gonna be hard to fuck with them Swisses and them little pieces that they be making and shit, them little expensive ass pieces that they be making. That's gonna be very difficult, because even the Chinese ain't even giant Chinese can't even fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? But we can get some people over there. You know what I'm saying? We can get some people over there, learn how to do that shit. What the fuck they doing over there? They got little underground facilities where only like one person can go in there and spend an hour in there, like secret. You know what I'm saying? A day and some, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so we can actually get ourselves on this, and this is actually not that difficult to do. It's not that hard to do. The first thing you got to do is you got to see yourself as a force to be reckoned with. You have to see yourself as an Aboriginal person that's taking claim to this land to go over there and talk to other people. You have to see yourself as a whole. You have to see yourself as one. You see what I'm saying? And under the Aboriginal banner, you can be anything. You know what I'm saying? All we really technically meaning is that you belong to the planet. The planet belongs to you. That's technically really what we're trying to say. But it takes its own little toll, and its own little culture of its own. But technically, we just trying to say the planet belongs to you. And so um how this works is, when you dealing with Aboriginal global trading, is that because China put its name on everything. So China is the one that gets all the credit. And by China getting all the credit, China get all the customers. Because when you want to make something, the last place you think is Africa. The last place you think is South America. The first place you think is China. But they're not giving the Aboriginal people the credit of their land. Now, that little phone you got, when you look in the inside, it said made in China. Now, it's actually supposed to have, because it have African gold, maybe African copper, maybe some gold from South America or some little metal from South America or something like that. If it has that in there, those people, those countries is actually supposed to have a label in there because you're actually using their land. Okay? You're using their land. You're not just using their workers, you're using their goddamn land, bro. Give us a label. And we want a motherfucking label on every last one of these motherfucking products that y'all dishing out over there in China. We want a label. If you're going to be taking Aboriginal land, talking, give us the credit too. So so what we need to do as Aboriginal people, we need to be able to link up with other Aboriginal countries, and we need to figure out how we gonna get our labels on these products. You see, now when you buy a gold diamond or what gold diamond, but when you buy a ring, a diamond ring, you know, oh well, yeah, this was the finest cut in Swans in France, and the man, Swanson, Haken Shuckenshik, he invented this, perfect cut, and blah 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 blah, and this and that. And never once do you mention the actual ground, nigga. That's our ground, nigga. You're wearing our planet. Okay? That's what you're doing. You're wearing our planet. So when you buy that ring, there should be a label on there of a company, corporation, or some type of thing to let you know that right there is what land you're wearing. You see, but guess what? The Pan Africans don't want you to think about this. These motherfuckers want you to worry about reparations and how Black Lives Matter. Nigga, show me how Black Lives Matter. Nigga, show me this shit. Nigga, ain't nobody trying to, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to move on this shit. They should have been had that. They should have been on that shit. It's too late for y'all niggas. It's a wrap for y'all niggas. The Aboriginals are out here. Okay? And we out here. Now, just because you're not in the movement and you're watching TV and you get a couple live streams, you saw a couple Dan Calloway videos, couple A1 live streams, me and Chief Holiday fucking around, and now you think you know how things work around here. You don't. You don't. Because we have our own private back chats. We call each other on the phone. We need to start calling each other a lot more, but still. And so how is this possible? So how is this possible that they can take Aboriginal land, put it inside your product, and get China the credit for assembling it? You see what I'm saying? Assembling it. Like, no, no. Now, with that being said, if you're doing Aboriginal trading, okay. Now, I'm currently, having dialogue with a couple business administrators over there in Africa. And like I say, don't worry about South America. That's just leave that alone. Don't worry about Mexico. Don't worry about what we doing there. That's private. So I'm gonna say it again. You're not going to hear me on live air talking about what we're doing in Central, South America, or Mexico. You're not going to hear that. Okay? So that doesn't mean we're not doing it. That just mean you're not getting it. We're not telling you that. So don't get it twisted. Now, but I notice a lot of these African, leaders, these motherfuckers don't speak English. These motherfuckers speaking French, bro. So we need some French interpreters, some people that speak French. Okay, some fluent French, because I'm having a hard time communicating with some of the some of the business administrators over there, because they don't really speak English and they speak French. Now I don't know how that work. That these African countries is speaking these little weird ass languages. That right there should let you know that something's odd right off the bat. If you go to motherfucking Benin or whatever the fuck, and you go over there and these motherfuckers speaking German and shit, and you like, oh yeah, nigga, they go over here and they nigga, what the nigga, you go over there right now, nigga, they speaking German, nigga, like what the fuck, like you know what I'm saying? But see, these Pan Africans, they don't want you to know that. They want you to think that this African place have all this culture and it's just 100% just win 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 over there. And not saying it don't, but let's keep it real. Most of these African countries, nigga, is dominantly speaking French or some German or some Italian, and a lot of them don't even, you know what I'm saying? But there's people who do speak native dialect, so let's not get that twisted. That goes around there, and there's a lot around there. But when you go to the upper echelon, and when you dealing with business administrators, and when you dealing with congressmen, and when you dealing with people of that diaspora, nigga, you're speaking French, nigga. You're not finna speak no Ubuntu, nigga, to no motherfucking president. You see what I'm saying? Because he know you don't speak it. Even if he do speak it, you don't know it. So chances are you're gonna speak what European language that they know. So that's not saying they don't know it, but actually some of them don't. Some of them don't speak their own, you know, own language. Some of them actually speak French as like their main language over there. So they never taught us that in school. They never told us what they tell us what religions they are. Oh yeah, there's a dominant Christian religion. There's a dominant Muslim. But they never tell us, oh yeah, fucking Sierra Leone is dominantly French or dominantly German. They never tell us that. Why? I wonder why that is. You think they're embarrassed to tell us that? I mean, ain't the truth the truth? You know what I mean? Or they just want to home in on the little cultures and shit. Or so yeah, they speak Swahili and they speak blah 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 blah. Okay, if I go to a restaurant, nigga, what I'm gonna be ordering in, bro? Is I'm gonna be ordering in some Bantu Bantu. I'm gonna be ordering in French, nigga. You know what I'm saying? When I turn on the TV, is I'm gonna be listening to some niggas in Bantu Bantu, or I'm gonna be listening to some niggas speaking French. Okay? Like some of these motherfuckers Pledge of Allegiance shit is written in French and shit. Like let's keep it real. So how the fuck your African country is gonna have a French motherfucking, Pledge Allegiance song? And so like people don't want to tell you this. And these Pan Africans don't want to tell you this. But let's keep it real. You know? But when we doing business, you know what I'm saying? Um, like we're gonna have to learn some of those European languages. I don't care how proud of fucking Aboriginal you are, nigga. If you ain't, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna need some people that need to be able to learn that shit. You know what I'm saying? So we can be able to communicate with other Aboriginals. Now Spanish is cool, you know what I'm saying? We ain't worrying about that. We can learn that shit right on the fly. Like nigga, I can be in a room with you and pick up on that shit. Like we ain't worry about Spanish. That shit easy. But these little French ass languages and shit like that, if you're not trying to speak none of them or learn how to speak none of them, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to. You know what I'm saying? I did and dab with some of the little Asian languages. You know what I'm saying? Um, but that ain't nothing huge. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know nothing huge and shit. But and so the main point is that you know these the labeling of these products needs to be changed. You know because they're taking Aboriginal land and they're putting it in these products and they're not getting any credit. Now just imagine if you know what I'm saying, if you got your phone and you say, oh man, that's a it's telling us where the such and such come from. It's telling us where the diamond in this phone is coming from. Now we can call directly over there, or we would know where it's coming from. So chances are we'll be able to do direct business with them. You see what I'm saying? So what they trying to do is they hiding it, and they just want you to think, oh no, the Chinese is doing it. You see? And so, but when it comes to South America, now South America looks like it's pretty isolated. Now, so it's gonna, um, being able to manufacture and production, let's say the bottom of Chile, it might cost you a long ways because it might cost you a little bit. The bottom of Chile actually look like it's farther than Africa. The bottom of Chile look like it's actually farther than Europe from to the USA. Like I don't know those measurements, but we can get them. But it looks like it's farther away. You see what I'm saying? It looked like you know what I'm saying down there in Brazil and that little tail down there. It looked like they farther than fucking the middle of Asia and shit. So we gonna have to figure that out because when we doing international trade, South America is a powerhouse. Is a powerhouse, and so whatever they doing over there, we have to be able to make our own administrative, section, our executive section, our, manufacturing production section. We have to be able to dice up America and figure out, exactly where we gonna have our headquarters and things like that. Now I already figured it out, but just because I have mine, what I'm saying, that don't mean everybody's gonna agree with, you know. But for the people that's interested in those type of decisions, those type of movement, y'all know where to hit me up at. You know what I'm saying? If you speak French, if you're in French, hit me up. CCDA at 5000elite.com. You know what I'm saying? Communications control, direction, and action. CCDA at 5000elite.com. Hit me up if you speak any of those little European languages. Because those what our Aboriginal brothers over there in Africa, they speak that. But we can get direct connect for them. We ain't gotta go through that union shit. Now, keep in mind when you got that union shit, it's a little bit tricky. It's a little bit tricky. But when you're looking at the administrative wing, over on our side, over here in America, we have to have a manufacture and production side. We have to have a um a executive. We have, what I'm saying, there's certain type of ways that we need to break this down. And so I just want to bring this to the attention of the people and let the people know, like we out here, what I'm saying, the juggernauts, we doing, we got some cold ass teachers, and you know what I'm saying, we being under attack, what I'm saying, but the only thing is that and we up in their consciousness, and we getting these niggas to Google America. We getting these niggas to Google America. Every time A1 do a video, every time AP do a video, go to Google Trends and go to see who's Googling that shit. How much you want to bet you find the motherfuckers Googling the shit that we be talking about all the time? And I'm letting y'all know they've been doing this for a long time, and I've been watching them. We do a live stream, or Dan Calloway will drop a video, Chief Holiday will drop a short bus shorty, and I go to Google. Guess who's Googling? Guess who's Googling? You already know. You caught, bruh. This is the internet. I live here. Okay? Now go Google that. Now let's see y'all niggas go Google that. Go Google the shit I'm talking about. Go Google 5G stop. She spoke French Arab barber's language. Who? A white barber? Angola, North African. My Uber driver today. Oh, it was a Berber. Oh, Yeah, they be speaking a lot of languages over there. You know what I'm saying? They be speaking a lot of languages over there. But I'm talking to two administratives over there, and but I don't know how it's gonna go. But I do know we have the potential, to do something major and set this ground down for our next generation. Set the schematics out for our next generation to pick up on it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. That's the game plan. That's all. Now we're not here to save humanity. We're not here to save the black community. We're just here to do our share and what we think is right. So when people come on the panel and ask us, "Oh, what's the solution and what's this?" Bro, look, okay? We just doing what we can do. You know what I'm saying? If we knew how to solve the world's problems in one light switch solution, bro, I believe we would have did it by now. You know what I'm saying? And much power for the 8OS people. You know what I'm saying? But I would appreciate if y'all niggas could get George Zimmerman locked up first. Be honest with you. If y'all motherfuckers could get Darren Wilson locked up first, like start like no, not to be an asshole, but but yeah. And so, that's one aspect is getting these labels, abstracting the stuff for the planet, getting these labels. Now, to be able to get that done, you have to be able to go and talk to the companies and go talk directly to the countries. Now, whatever country you would like, if you would just simply call the embassy of that country. Like if you interested in gold, silver, copper, or one of these little countries down there in South America, just simply Google the embassy. You know what I'm saying? And find out the location of the embassy. Now, by us being all over America, we should be able to say, oh man, the nearest embassy is over here. Call up somebody, hey bro, yeah, I know you in Chicago, bro. There's this embassy of this little tiny ass island right off the coast of like, you know, France or some shit. It's probably like about 9,000 people there and they only got an embassy down there in your state. Can you hit them up for me? You see what I'm saying? So we need to be able to work and operate like that when you talk to the embassy. Now, also, you can Google the politicians. Now, keep in mind, the higher the politicians you up, the higher money they gonna talk to you. So you know what I'm saying. But some countries you can go straight to the president and they cool. Some countries you gotta start all the way at the bottom with the motherfucking gardener, and the gardener will hook you up with the plumber. The plumber will hook you up with the guy that drives the chauffeur. The chauffeur will hook you up with security. Security will hook you up with. It's an ongoing deal, y'all. Like the shit has to be done. It has to be laid out and it has to be mapped out. Okay, it has to be mapped out. This is what we here for. Is to map out this. Is to map out how our next generation is going to have their piece of the pie. Now we're not here to stop the flow. We're not here to bring down the house. All we want is our own little section. That's it. You got all these dudes up here trying to revolutionary talk and give you these outlandish ass information that don't make no mathematical sense. Like we can't let these motherfuckers do that. You see what I'm saying? Because if you understand numbers and you understand algorithms, you will understand that every single day there's millions of people you know getting up exactly at the same time, going to work exactly at the same time, manufacturing, production, and administrative exactly at the same time every day. Now, if you notice that every day, that's called a pattern. That's called a pattern. So every single day, you can 100% count on millions of people getting up exactly at the same time, going to work exactly at the same time, manufacturing, production, and administrating exactly at the same time. Now, after a period of time, you start that's called the algorithm because it moves all together like your hand closing in together, and it's open and shut every single day. You see what I'm saying? That's you starting to see it in a mathematical format instead of seeing on a political format of how many not white supremacist websites out there and all that political bullshit. We have to cut down on the political and we have to start thinking a little more mathematical because if they got millions of people opening and shutting every day, that's called a algorithm. Okay, that's it's an algorithm because the way it moves. You see, it moves in a uh, mathematical calculated rhythm. A mathematical calculated rhythm. This is what we're up against. We're not up against a white man at Walmart. We're not up against fucking Gucci with a goddamn monkey suit on. We're not up against no political bullshit. We're up against a mathematical process. Okay? This is math we're doing. This is not here no feel good shit. Okay? So when motherfuckers understand that you're up against a mathematical process and when you up against a mathematical algorithm, you will begin to understand who you are, and what we gotta do. So for all these people that thinks that we just gonna click on the light switch and then everything's gonna be good in the morning is not gonna happen. The best we can do is at least lay down a plan for the next generation. If they do it, they do it. They don't, they don't. Well, at least we die like shit. Well, shit, well, I did my piece. You know what I'm saying? That at least we can give them that. At the very least, we can just lay out the plan. You know what I'm saying? This is this country. This country is most likely to blah, 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 blah. Here's the connect. Boom. This is this country. You know what I'm saying? They speak such and such a here. You know what I'm saying? This is the guy you want to talk to. His name is such and such, and he has a son named such and such. This is the connect. Boom. This is this country. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be able to we have to be able to connect our generation to the world. We just can't connect them with New York and Cali. Like back in the day, cool. In the 80s and the 90s, that was dope. Nigga, 1995, nigga, Windows came out. Nigga, we was talking to, women in fucking Kentucky and shit. Like, yeah, that was dope. But it's 2019. We ain't known that shit no more. Okay, so we here to lay down all the motherfucking wires, nigga, all the motherfucking wires to the whole goddamn planet, and we need to funnel them in a way where we can give it to our next generation, and we can say this is what we offer, this is what we give it to y'all. So y'all need to take it to another level, and these are your connections. So that's what I'm personally doing. I'm personally getting these connections together in these little countries, and I'm talking about little ass countries. I'm talking about countries you be like, how'd you even find that, bro? Like, bro, that's what I do. What they do there, shit. Well, shit, they do what we tell them to do there. Like people don't even know. Like these little ass countries. Now, one matter of fact, one thing you gotta understand about when you're dealing with countries. Most countries are in constant competition. See, this is how the Americans are able to do what they want to do because they understand competition. You see, now when you got let's say you got two countries. Let's say you got uh Colombia and you have Argentina right next door to each other. Okay, now they are in constant competition. So if we go to Colombia and we are able to give them a leg up, do you think they're going to take it? If you go to Colombia and you say, you know what, you guys can actually, outdo, you know, Argentina. I mean, we can help you guys do better than them. What you think they're gonna say? Nah, we good. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that one of these countries get the leg up, bro, they gonna take your ass over. You know what I'm saying? They do it in the Middle East all the time, and they be doing that. They still do that shit in Africa right this day. Though some of those little ass countries, they be getting gobbling their ass up. You know what I'm saying? Slowly but surely. Look at Eritrea and Ethiopia. Them motherfuckers don't even like each other. They damn near like 100% the same. They the same damn people. But let some motherfucking Ethiopians cross that motherfucking Eritrean line. You ain't getting back. You know what I'm saying? They do it in Asia all the time too. You see? So a lot of these countries don't like each other. So if we can actually get some shit together and we can offer, a little hand and exchange of some land or exchange of what's going to help us, you know what I'm saying? It's no problem. This shit is cake work, y'all. This shit is simple math. That's all it is. It's a mathematical order. But see, people want to put you in a political paradigm where you got to politic your way to success. Okay? Maybe it worked for some people, and maybe it has some work, but you know what I'm saying? You can't deal with 5,000 people on a politic basis. You have to have some math. If you got 5,000 people and y'all politicking, bro, like you doing way too much work for a little for a little of something. All you gotta do, you can cut that shit in one little piece and just do the actual mathematics, schematics, and then boom, you did that little bitty ass work for that big ass bang. You see what I'm saying? And so, and because of this, we're you know what I'm saying, the people that's at the top, and the people who feel that they should be the smart ones, and the people who feel that they are elegant and intelligent, they're going to be offended. Okay, they're going to be very offended because we don't come out here with the upper echelon talking tone and all the fancy words. We don't come out here with that. I mean, we could if we wanted to. I mean, I could turn it on if I wanted to, but I'm just gonna sound goofy as hell because y'all gonna be like, man, Ty Data do not talk like that, bro. Like that is not real him. You know what I'm saying? I can cut it on, but it's gonna be fake as hell. You know what I'm saying? And so we got this, y'all. We got this, and we can do this. We out here. You know what I'm saying? We out here. We can do this. It's not that difficult. It's just a matter of knowing, you know what I'm saying, knowing your surroundings and knowing, you know what I'm saying, taking some little math, you know what I'm saying, and being able to implement it. Mathematical, right? Mathematical machine, right? That's all it really takes. It don't take all the carrot on the stick shit. It really don't take that. All it really takes is a motherfucking. It really takes a phone call to a. First off, you gotta know where. See, they don't tell you where they get. They don't really tell you where they getting the gold at. They don't really tell you where they getting everything because China branded every goddamn thing, so everybody think China is the one. Is the place to go. Now, don't get me wrong. China has its perks and shit, but China is the middleman, bro. Like you ain't the beginning. Like we can X they ass out. You know what I'm saying? Between South America, you know what I'm saying? We can X they ass out right like China. What is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? 50 years ago, people be like, China, like, what the fuck is that? A what? No, we never heard of that before. What is those people? You know what I'm saying? Like we don't like we don't even need none of that shit. But keep in mind, this is the hardest part that I think the people having part of dealing with. And I might lose a lot of people, but it's the truth. Is that we have to learn from these people because we don't know. If we knew, we would be doing what they doing. If we knew how to build a fucking satellite dish, I believe we would be doing it. If we knew how to build a big ass barge and shit, going to get oil and shit, I believe we would be doing it. So we have to admit that we need to learn how to do it. And how are we going to learn how to do it? The only way you're going to learn how to do it is you're going to have to mingle with the people that's doing it. You can't Google a motherfucking satellite dish. You can't Google a fucking submarine or some shit. You can't Google a goddamn, you know what I'm saying? You might be able to Google a recipe for a pimple or some shit, but that's about it. You ain't finna Google no major shit. And so this is one of the reasons why this black power shit or this one type of shit, this is one of the reasons why it's flawed. Because it blocks your learning. It's basically saying, well, you can only learn from black people. But they're not telling you that most of those black people learn from white people or learn from other people. So why do they get to learn from these people and we don't. So we have to be able to understand that, because if we can do it and we're not doing it, then we the dumbest people on the planet. The only reason we're not doing it is because we don't know how to. That's just my opinion. Cause if I mean shit, if I knew magic, nigga, I'd be using it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? I know it hurts the pride a little bit to have these little ass people, these nobody ass people teach you some shit. I know it hurts the pride a little bit to have to, learn a little ugly ass language just to learn how to do some shit. It might hurt your pride a little bit, to go to some weird ass country just to figure some shit out. But that also part of by any means necessary. So if I gotta go and clean David Duke's shoes just to get his keys when he go to sleep, nigga, I'ma go and clean his motherfucking shoes and get his keys when he go to sleep. Nigga, by any means necessary. Is that how it goes? Or is I'm a weird bastard that just made up the stupidest shit in the world? I don't know. But, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Y'all ADOS people, we're not out to hurt you guys. We're not your enemy. Okay? You like I say, you might want to go get justice for Trayvon Martin before you fucking with the Pentagon or some shit. Before you go some shit. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, them Florida motherfucker, man, like not even that. Ferguson, bro. Like y'all motherfuckers couldn't even defeat Ferguson. That's a that's a that's a motherfucking L on our permanent record, bro. Ferguson, motherfucking Missouri, took a L like a motherfucking like three mores in a grocery store, nigga. You took a L. You see what I'm saying? I believe that's the name L. I'm not sure, but um I don't know. Maybe that didn't make that much sense, but that was not a shot. That was actually supposed to be some weird little funny sidebar bullshit. But anyway, yeah. So yeah. So try it. What about the Trayvon Martin shit? Y'all know them raggedy ass, Jews down there in Florida. We already know, bro. We follow y'all motherfuckers on the deep web. We got some special for y'all raggedy slimy motherfuckers down there. You know what I'm saying? And all that deep web bullshit y'all got going on down there, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you live in Florida, bro, God bless you, cause the deep web is just dirty as fuck down there. You know what I'm saying? And them, and the motherfucking Jews down there, they be doing some crazy shit over there. But we got some special for them for them motherfuckers. Um, but but you know, we out here and we got a long way to go, but we still going. So we might have, cheap holidays. Some of them might come back on later, and we trying to stick around. We trying to stay with you. Um, we have couple complications with the network. We had a hurricane. One of the developers over there in India had got his arm messed up, and we got some other projects going on, and everything's gonna be okay. Our network is coming, and our network is owned by the people. So it is not Tide Data's network. It is owned and operated by the people. The people own it. But we'll get ready to talk about that when our paperwork get cleared. We'll be able to talk about that. So shout out to all the people that's been working. Shout out to the elder Consul who's been putting in a lot of work, showing me a lot of stuff as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the juggernauts out there. Man, we got a lot of work to do. Okay, and we are like the enemy now, and they coming out. The Matrix is coming out to attack us. And they might not get you nonetheless, because they might not know you, but they definitely Googling Ty Data. They definitely Googling the shit A1 they be talking about. But, it's all good. But we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Everybody originaltribalwear.com. That's Miss Mohawk in the building. You know what I'm saying? Go get you your gear. If you're interested in that type of stuff, at least get you some memorabilia, because that's the sign of our times, that represent our struggle we in today, that represent, what we going through. And be on the lookout for some attacks. I mean, they're gonna attack us. So be on the lookout. Don't take it personal though. You have to understand that's the Matrix protecting itself. So the Matrix has to protect itself. So when these dudes come out and all you guys are dumb and you guys are stupid and all these niggas that's trying to feed off our energy, I want to get a debate and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. That's part of the game because we did it too. We did that shit too. You know what I'm saying? We was feeding off their motherfucking energy. You know what I'm saying? We did all that shit. We did all that shit too. But it's all part of the game. But like I say, we out here and Google some of our shit and see what's trending out there. Those of you who got YouTube pages, Google the word Aboriginal. Not Google the word Aboriginal. Go on your, Google trend. You know what I'm saying? I want people to start using that a little more because I want y'all to know how things work and how things operate. And one of the goals of what we do as a 5,000 Elite is we make things trend. That's one of the rules. Not one of the rules. That's one of the things we are able to do with 5,000 people. And if we can make our own stuff trend, we can sell our own stuff, and we can even control the stock market by certain things trending. We can control the stock market by that. And we can control other things by that. So definitely implement that into your operation as an Aboriginal. You know what I'm saying? That is some tangible shit that you can use for your business and how to get your business trending. See who's Googling your business. See if it's trending. See where it's trending. You see? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and bring that up real quick. Let's go ahead and bring that up. We'll go ahead just to show people.
Hi, my name is
and showing is a little bit different. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this off the screen, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna type in the Lakeisha Network. It's gonna tell me, Google is gonna tell me where is it trending at. Okay, it's gonna tell me where it's trending. Or even if it's enough data. Now as you can see, Lakeisha's have some trend to it. Okay? It has some trend in the past 7 days. Okay? It has some trends. Now, let's look at the areas. You see, you got Alabama and and Georgia. We popping, bro. We popping in Alabama and Georgia. Now, I've been watching this play out for a long time. Now, many of you guys don't understand this type of stuff, and y'all ain't been watching this. And all I'm asking you to do is, man, look, bro, we got something here. Let's go ahead and pop this off. We popping in Georgia and Alabama. Now, what's the next step? What should I do? Hey, we have a new Alabama Lakeisha watch coming out. We have a new, Georgia, Lakeisha Georgia something coming out. So this helps you with your business. This helps you with your day-to-day. And this is some tangibles from your boy the cyborg. We out here.
Hi, my name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the word LAKESHA and then search to install and download the Lakeisha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features. Subscribe to my YouTube page, opening up your app and clicking menu. Click on the About Us tab. Try to get familiar with my software and also teach it to your loved ones. And get your household familiar with my information. It will be useful in the future. You're welcome in advance.